Hey guys, welcome back here to Intuitive Angling, and appreciate you guys swinging by the channel today. I'm going to be talking about the one piece of fishing gear that I'm never going to use again, and I'm going to explain why that is. I've actually caught a lot of fish on this, but I'm just done with it. It is so against everything that I like about fishing that I'm just not going to use it anymore, and I'm going to explain it to you guys in today's episode here. Also, guys, before we get started, at the time of filming this video, we are just a few days out from Christmas. Christmas is next week. Only a couple more days left in the 12 Days of Christmas sale that Tackle Warehouse has. Now, guys, if you want to take advantage of some last-minute Christmas gifts, I'll have my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of the video. You can use that link to get you guys some good deals on tackle, help the channel out. And also, along those same lines, Solarbat is the sale on my Signature Series sunglasses is running out for Christmas this week. Right now, you can get them at 50% off through Solarbat. I'll put the Solarbat link in the description of this video. My RB2s and RB3 series, 50% off, a free hard case with it, free shipping and handling. Can't beat that deal, man. So appreciate you guys putting up with plugs there. Okay, one of the things that I have found out about bass fishing as I get older, and you guys will too, this is sort of something that's like an evolutionary process that takes place, is when you're a younger angler, you're a lot more open to diversity and versatility in fishing. And I was a prime example. It's like, guys, back when I was, running on all 8 cylinders and at the top of my tournament game, fishing Bassmaster, top 150s, the E50 series, FLW Tour. If there was a new technique that came out, a new lure, I was going to try it and I was going to figure out, how to use it in my fishing. But what happens, there's an evolutionary process that takes place in bass fishing as you get older, where that type of approach is not appealing anymore, because you find throughout the course of your fishing about things that you really enjoy to do. There are techniques that you like to do. You caught fish on them and it just fits your personality, and you start gravitating towards those techniques and you start throwing aside all the other stuff that may work, and you maybe even done really good on it, but you just don't like fishing it. And I've got one piece of fishing gear lure I'm going to talk about, guys, that I will never fish again, other than like giving lessons on it, and that's an Alabama rig. Guys, I hate fishing an Alabama rig. And let me preface this a little bit here. This is a fish catching bait, there's no doubt, and I have caught a load of fish on an Alabama rig, but I don't like fishing it. There's something about it. I don't like to have to freaking launch a cast out there like I'm throwing a freaking brick in the water. I really don't like it, the fact that the things cost a fortune. After you buy an Alabama rig and you put some really good jig heads on it and swim baits, I mean, shoot, you may have $50 put out in one Alabama rig, and then you snag it in a treetop 20 foot down and you break it off, and then you got to spend 30 minutes to build another Alabama rig, because these things are not hard to put. These things are hard to put together. You've got to put, each jig head on it. You got to put the swim baits on it. You got to, pull them apart and get them like this to get them right. And then good luck trying to run from spot to spot. You guys know that a fish to Alabama rig, how big of a pain in the butt it is to actually put this thing on your rod reel and put it on the front deck. It's like all your other baits get tangled up with it, and it just sucks to fish. I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. It's fun anytime you can catch bass on a lure, but I'm done with this thing. Now, I'll still talk about it on the videos here, because if you like to use something like this, I'm going to teach you about it, because I've caught a ton of fish on it. I know how to fish it. I know how to set it up, and I know where to throw it at. And I can convey that to you guys in a video, but you're not going to see me throwing one of these. Even this time, this is the time of year they work good. The winter time of the year is probably the best time for them, but you won't find me with one on. It's like I'll throw a little single swim bait or jerk bait and not catch as many fish as I will, putting this sucker on there. I just don't like fishing it. And it sort of goes back when this first came on the scene years ago, after Polarized won that FLW tournament on it. The next 2 or 3 years, if you weren't throwing an Alabama rig, you didn't have a chance to win a tournament. It was completely dominating the tournaments from head to tail. And the problem that you had is everybody, it's like even myself, I would start out throwing an Alabama rig for the first 2 or 3 hours of practice. And most of the time I wouldn't catch hardly nothing on it. And I'd put it up and I'd start throwing some of my other techniques and start catching fish. And then what happened is all the dudes in the tournament that never put the A-rig down in practice, they threw it the whole time, they wound up smoking in the tournament. I mean, one of the most irritating things I have ever done, ever in my life, or experienced is, we were at an FLW tour event down at Beaver Lake in March. And the first day of this tournament, I had 18 pounds on a wigglewort, which is a giant bag. 18, you guys that have fished beaver, especially back, 20 years ago, you know that 18 pounds was a freaking mega bag. And I'm running back to the weigh-in. I said, oh, there's no doubt I'm gonna be leading this tournament. Guys, some guy throwing an Alabama rig had 22 pounds, and I was in second place. And I've never been more irritated in my life to put together such a big bag of fish, traditional bass fishing, like a wigglewort, only to have some guy chunking an Alabama rig out in the middle of the lake somewhere have 22 pounds on it. But that's what happened. It's like you could have a great day on just a traditional bass lure and you'd always get beat by an Alabama rig, until Bassmaster started banning the thing and FLW started having some events that really weren't, suitable for times of the year, and it didn't have quite of an impact. But anyway, guys, just a quick video here. I just want to talk about the fact if you fish with me, you will not see me throwing an Alabama rig, even if you're catching them on an A rig. And given that, we'll be talking about A rigs over the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to give you all my tips and advice on an A rig because I'm not going to use them anymore. You guys can have them. I'll share every secret I know about an A rig. So I'll probably do some videos on that later this week. And, guys, appreciate you tuning in. We'll talk later.